Are you frustrated because you aren't where you want to be in life? How would you like to learn how to feel better about yourself and accomplish your goals and dreams? My name is Mia Misdria, and I am a serial entrepreneur who loves God and loves helping people. In this video, I'm going to share with you tips on how you can stop being lazy and accomplish your dreams. Let's hop straight into the video. So, the first thing you should do is pray and ask God to help you to stop being lazy. Laziness can be a spirit that has been passed on to you from generation to generation. Some people are lazy because their mama was lazy, their daddy was lazy, the grandma was lazy, the grandpa was lazy, everybody was lazy. And so they grew up around a bunch of people who really were who were lazy. If you grow up around people that aren't self-willed, ambitious, who aren't determined to do things, then you can become exactly who they are. That's just the reality of things. But if you pray and ask God to help you, I'm sure he will do it. He always moves. He always answers prayers, especially to those who are sincere in their prayers. My second suggestion for you is to exercise. Energy produces energy. You know, just taking a walk every day for about an hour will start to impact your life. You will start to have new ideas. You'll start to have more energy. You'll feel more peace. You'll be relaxed. That's a start. Because sometimes, everybody can't get out and run 5 miles every day. That's not everybody's journey. That's not everybody's mission. But if you start small and start to do something, either 30 minutes, maybe it's not even an hour, especially if you haven't been exercising, but to start to move your body will actually help you to overcome being lazy. Like, it's a habit. Everything is a habit. Whatever issues you're having is something that it's a habit that you've acquired. The thoughts that are running through your mind are habitually running through your mind. So in order for you to change whatever you want to change, you have to cultivate new habits. So the next thing I want to suggest is your diet. People do not understand the magnitude of how much food affects everything. Like, they think, oh, I can go down here and I can go eat a whole pizza and then I'm going to go run and then I'm going to feel better. No, food affects your entire body. It affects how you think. It affects how you move. What you put in your body does matter. I'm not going to say that you need to be just an extremist and not eat anything that's not necessarily good for you, because I'm not one of those people either. I don't think that you should be on the extreme of anything, but I do think that you should be conscious of whatever you're putting in your body, because in my experience, I've noticed that when I change my diet or I start to move to lighter foods, I can accomplish more. For example, I would go to this restaurant and I would order a platter, like a gyro platter. It would come with everything on it, meat, rice, vegetables, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, bell peppers. All of that will come on top of it, and then it will come with bread, like 4 little pitas. I also love the French fries at this place. So you would get a whole thing of French fries. For some reason, because I loved all of that food, I felt like I needed to get everything and I needed to eat all of it. I don't know why. But you know what would happen every time I would order this full plate of food, which was way too much for me because it was a platter plus fries and I would eat all of it. My stomach would hurt so bad and I could not move. It was like whatever I needed to do for the rest of the day, I could not accomplish it because I would just stuff myself with too much food. Sometimes it's not even necessarily just what you're eating, it's the amount we're eating. Like, eating too much food slows you down and makes you lazy. It just does. Like, if I would have eaten a smaller portion, which I finally came to the conclusion that I love the fries, I love the food, but if I'm eating all of this food and I can't even accomplish what I need to accomplish, then I need to change. So I stopped ordering the French fries. And do you know, I felt light as a feather. I was like, and my stomach didn't hurt. Like, why am I eating until my stomach hurts? Like, why are people eating until their stomach hurts? Why are we eating so much and it's making us lazy? And so making a small change, cutting down portion sizes, changing what we eat. Like I said, changing what we eat, not eating a whole bunch of bread, not eating a lot of bread makes you tired. I don't care what anybody say. Bread makes you tired. Every time I go on a fast and I eat less bread, I may eliminate bread. I am energized. I can get up. I can go. That bread holds you down. And not to say I feel like I need bread. I don't go every day without bread. But the time that I cut back on it, or if I go on a fast and I don't eat it for a few days or maybe a week or so, then it just seems like I'm more energized. But of course, you do need bread for brain function, which is carbs. You need carbs for brain function. I'm not going to say bread, but I feel like in my body, I still have to eat a little bread. I'm not an extremist. As I stated before, I don't want to give dieting advice and things like that and become an extremist, because there are people to me that are extremists, and we don't know each person's body type and what a person's body needs to function properly can be different. So you really have to understand your body and what works for you. What I do know is eating a piece of cheesecake or eating a piece of cake is not necessarily in the necessity of things that we need to put in our body. I'm telling you, a lot of sugar makes you hyper, makes you anxious, and then you crash. I was on a spurt where I would eat candy every day, and then you be all energized, and then the next thing you know, you can't do nothing. It's a false sense of energy. It's not a natural sugar. It's not something that's healthy for your body. It's almost like a drug. It's like a stimulant, and then the stimulant doesn't work anymore, and it causes so many things to go wrong in our body. So changing your diet could be the reason why you're lazy and why you don't feel like doing anything. So be conscious and find out what works for you. Each individual is different. Stop watching so much television and social media. I find myself doing this. I'm like, okay, I've been on here scrolling for 20 minutes. That was 20 minutes I could have been working on one of my projects, something I needed to accomplish. I know everybody else is doing it because I'm sitting around looking at everybody else scrolling on their phone, watching TV. Some people are binge watching shows longer than they are contributing to their future, preparing for the future, paying attention to what's going on in the economy. Like, in order to stop being lazy, we have to start to cultivate new habits. Being lazy is a decision, so it's more of making and finding new habits to replace the old ones that are not producing results. One thing, I was following somebody, I don't know who that was, but we need to spend more time and energy on income producing tasks. Like, when we go through our list of things to do, is sitting up watching this show gonna produce an income? It's not. It's really not. So we really have to be wise in whatever we do. We really have to make sure we're doing the things that are going to create the life that we want and help us to stop being lazy. So the next thing is to stay away from other lazy people. Birds of a feather flock together. Like, if don't nobody in the group ever want to do nothing but lay around and chill and watch movies and talk and gossip and hang out and not accomplish nothing, that's the wrong crew to be with. Like, if everybody in the group is lazy, don't nobody in the group work out. Like, girl, you want to go do what? I'm not gonna go run for no 2 hours. What is you talking about? I'm not going for a walk for 2 hours. It's too hot outside. Girl, there's stuff out there flying. If it's one of those type of people, then, and you trying to accomplish something, move around. Move around. Fine. You might have to move by yourself to stop being lazy, because there's a lot of people that are lazy. I know people that sit around and don't do nothing all day, and that is happiness and peace for them. But if that's not your goal, you may not be a lazy person. You just may be hanging around lazy people. Just like I stated at the beginning of the video, maybe it's just a generational thing. Like, it could be. Seriously, like, you could be lazy by default and don't even realize that. And last but not least, this is one that I feel like you should make sure you use discernment and wisdom on, but I think it is a great tool if you find the right person, and that's hiring a coach and hiring a mentor. I do want to say that coaches and mentors, they can motivate you. That's like hiring a trainer. It's a great idea, but you still need to be wise, because there are people out there who are trying to just get money. And sometimes the price you're paying for coaching or mentoring, it may be too much. You may be paying too much money for a coach. You may pay too much for a mentor. I've experienced that. I've had some great coaches. I've had some great mentors. But at the end of the day, it's like, was the price really worth what I paid? So you really have to evaluate that. And then I've had people in my life that it was worth every penny. Like the program was magnificent. But you just got to be careful with the mentoring and the coaching programs and use wisdom in whatever you do and pray about it. Ask God if that's what you're supposed to do before you jump out there. And, because you hear so many people saying, oh, get a coach, get a mentor. You should, but you should make sure that that's the coach and the mentor that God wants you to have, because people are selling dreams. So on your journey to become better and to stop being lazy, use wisdom in all that you do. Comment below and let me know if you're ready to stop being lazy, and let me know one thing that you're going to start to do today. Comment below and let me know what you're going to change. Also, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. I want to thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed one.